Hello and welcome back to my YouTube channel, guys. This is the part 2 of Lord Shiva watercolor tutorial. I have already uploaded the part 1 on my page. If you have not watched it yet, go and check it out first, as this video is in continuation to that one. So now we are done with the base of the face mostly, but we are gonna be adding more layers to it, and we're gonna refine things, make it smoother, and we're gonna learn so much more about watercolors in this video. If you have any doubts or any questions you'd like me to answer, feel free to drop them in the comment section below. So now we are making the hair, and for the regions where I want the color to be darker, I have used more of paint and less of water. And to where I want the transparency to be more like I'm doing right now, there I have used a little bit more water, but it's the same color. One more tip I would like to give you, especially when you're doing a cohesive painting, you want a very cohesive look that all the colors should be going with each other. It should not look from another family. Like, you cannot just simply add a proper red tone. You need to add a cool tone to this painting. So what you can do is you can mix a single color, like you can take gray, or you can take a bit of blue, and mix a very little quantity in each and every color that you are going to use in the painting. I have also used this method which I learned from another artist. So it really helps you, it really helps the colors go together really well. It won't look like you have used completely different family shades or tones. So having a little bit of a same color mixed in all your palette colors is gonna give your painting a more beautiful and gorgeous look. So while using watercolors, you really need to control the water and the paint ratio. If you will take too much water, then your paint could go in the areas where you don't want it to. So, a tip I would like to give you all is keep a paper towel or any cloth or a tissue paper, anything will work. You need to dab your excess water off from the brush whenever you take the paint from your palette. Your brush should be wet for the areas where you want it to be, but where if you think you took too much water in your brush, then dab it very lightly once or twice on your pa- paper or cloth anywhere, so that the water to color ratio is achieved. Also, many beginners don't know this, but there are some special type of papers available for watercoloring. They are called watercolor sheets or watercolor pads, and they are available in different GSMs. So, what is GSM? GSM is basically the gram per square meter. It tells the thickness of the sheet, the amount it will hold. For watercolor, and if you are a beginner, then you should minimum go for 300 GSM watercolor papers, which I am also using here. I'm using the brand Canson Montville watercolor pages. So they are quite affordable and they will help the sheet um, absorb the water, and you can add layers on it. You can add more layers on top of the sheet because it will hold your paint. It will not crumble, or the paint will not get torn very easily due to water, which is bound to happen if you use a regular paper which is not meant for watercolors. You need something thicker which will absorb more. So there are many types of watercolor sheets available: cold pressed, hot pressed. You can use any one you like for the finish. The brand of watercolor paints does not really matter much. Watercolor is available in tubes, cakes. You can buy whichever form you like. Right now, I'm using tubes to make this, and it's from DOMS. They are very affordable. Both the paper and the watercolors, they're super affordable. So you can easily find them online or on any stationery shop. Here, as you can all see, that I messed up the right ear of Shivji a bit. I tried to remove it with cotton, but it did not work. So you don't need to, rub it in like I did. That was a mistake. You just have to take a wet brush and you need to gently lift it off. You don't need to rub too hard. Use very gentle pressure. But don't worry, we are gonna fix it in the end. We'll probably cover it with more of Shivji's hair or something or the other. We'll figure it out so that the tension does not go there anymore. So these things are bound to happen when you're a beginner in watercolors. Everyone makes such sort of mistakes because you need time and patience and practice to for every art. You cannot be perfect in a go. So just trust the process, trust yourself, take your time, work on your pace, be consistent with your practice, because only if you are being consistent with it, then only you will see improvements daily. You will get better daily on your own if you keep on practicing. Also, the brushes I'm using are from Brustro. I especially bought them for watercolors. If you want, you can also buy such round brushes or mop brushes for watercolor, as they tend to be better in painting, especially while painting portraits and all. You only need a flat brush in watercolor when you need a flat wash of the background or while you're doing a landscape. But in a portrait like this, you only need round brushes. I have only used a single round brush in this, and maybe for the very tiniest details, I will use a zero, triple zero brush or a double zero brush for the tiny details. It is important that you leave the watercolors to mix on their own. Don't try to over blend them. Otherwise their beauty will be gone. Let the watercolor breathe, let it move freely on its own, and it will give you beautiful results. So we are almost done with the hair, the body, and now we are painting the snake around Shivji's neck. Sometimes, even after we have done the pencil drawing and set the whole structure, still we can find some mistakes or changes that we need to do while painting. So don't worry about that. You can always change or manipulate things according to you if it's not looking right to you. Here, I think I made the forehead a little bit more broad, which I will be reducing till the end by paint only. So, yes, you can always modify things with paint. No need to worry about it that you ruined it. Till you try, you won't know what's fixable, what's not fixable. Usually, there's a way out for every mistake you do, unless it's a very big one. I keep on making mistakes here and there, but the thing is, I try to fix them. I learn from the mistakes and I don't repeat it. So, as long as you're not repeating your mistakes, you're growing, and you should be super proud of yourself for that. Watercolor is such a versatile and beautiful medium. It helps you relax. Literally, it will take the pressure out from you. If you're not enjoying it and doing it with pressure that I need to copy the same colors and same like you're just focusing on where to keep the blues, where to keep the purples. I want to do it just like this, just like the reference. No, you can, unless you're making realism, you don't need to copy the portrait fully. For example, in this one, even I took a reference, but I did not copy every feature, every single dot and line, because here my focus is on watercolors, not the exact drawing or the proportions or anything. Yes, you should keep it presentable like I have done. You need to look about the proportion, but you do not need to make the every feature exactly like it's in the reference photo, especially with pictures of gods and goddesses. You can give your own touch because none of us have seen them in real, so it's not like you're copying a human whose pictures everyone has seen, whose face everyone has seen. If you will not make the resemblance in there, in those kind of portraits, then the problem comes. But here you can definitely experiment. You can add your own feature styles, because in the end we are not copying, we are creating our own art piece. So it is very important that you let your creativity flow and you enjoy the process. If you're not enjoying it, then the whole point is gone. We learn at every age, at every stage and phase of our life. So never stop learning. And if you are having fun in learning, that means you're doing something right. That means you're on the right track. Many people say that art is not, you know, a profitable career or very stable career, but they don't know this field personally. It is also a business. So why not do it? Do whatever your heart wants you to do. Don't let others' decision or judgment or comments stop you from doing what you really want. Everyone starts somewhere. Always remember that. You might not be perfect today. You might not be perfect any day, because none of us are perfect. Let's be honest. We just get better and closer to perfect, right? So that is our motto. Your only competition should be yourself. If you have started today, then I wish all the best to you in this journey. Be consistent, do something, just spend 5 to 10 minutes on your creativity daily. So, guys, our watercolor painting is almost done now, and I couldn't record the last few steps in which I added a few more purple tones on the face and did a bit more refining. So this is how the final look came out. We added the third eye also with cool red tone, as I mentioned in the video. If you like this tutorial and want more such tips, then don't forget to subscribe to my YouTube channel for more such videos, educational tips and tricks related to art. I'll be covering other mediums too, like graphite, oil paintings. So stay tuned for my upcoming tutorials. Bye, see you.